The word addiction. The word addiction is a word that we can somehow say is when you started off something innocently, like, let me try this, something, like that you didn't think would have an effect, until you're hooked, you know, like you just become so obsessed with it, We are probably the best drug that we could possibly recommend for you, that we could say that is the best for you. And this particular show is one of the best shows that you could ever find yourself listening to every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. And I gotta say, this is the biggest radio station in the land that gives you the best content that you could ever dream of, that caters for the young and the old. You could never ever go wrong with us. This is Lowest Online Radio, where talent lives, and talent does live here indeed. I am your host, SWANK Worldwide, and this particular show is called the SouthSide Drive, and it comes to you every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. And you know what we are about here. We are about the good music, baby. We are about the good music. And you know your eardrums never get to rest when we are around, because we play music out of a full range, diversity at all costs, 100% local, if you know what I mean. Because who does it better than us? Who does it better than us? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go for a quick music break. And we'll be back.
Just keep bringing that fire to the streets, cause I need that. I receive. I be like so. What you gon' do? I can rule a strata like I'm a Policia, Balenciaga, give blue, give blue, le mega voltura, blue, le mega voltura. Nage rule a strata, guess a sniffer. Booty flat, I get 2000. Put me on a caddy, be said you walk Takana le Lamborghini. Pala got a prank. You put him said you walk away like Priscilla. I'm still laga. I never switch for the hennies. Maleke kabeke di tarere reke. Cut sekerese. Habatala ibala tiki taka ke trapa ke pasa. I gotta know who I'm dealing with. That is cool with the dividends. They bring peace and please. Are you kidding me? I be like so. What you gon' do? I can rule a strata like I'm a Policia, Balenciaga, give blue, give blue, le mega voltura, blue, le mega voltura. Energy I hate, I get petty, I 5 down. I'm a mistake, what 5 up. Them who can cause more damage. Go in for my C-session, think about it. You think about it, class trash, I ain't this happen. Spoon feel like, I can't make a chase edge. I'm a pale, bottle with the me flows. This baby busy, I give him brook lags just to get me flows. I'm a sharper, I got tension, I brown, got it, lash my this automatic. Yeah, two-face, yeah, can never stomach these. With your weak, so focus. 1 4, 22/7. It's easy. What is so masakele? We share bread, kind of pie on a target. I be like so. What you gon' do? I can rule a strata like I'm a Policia, Balenciaga, give blue, give blue, le mega voltura, blue, le mega voltura. So. What you gon' do? I can rule a strata like I'm a Policia, Balenciaga, give blue.
And there is absolutely no way that I could ever start the show without familiarizing you with the basics of this show, which is a show that is all about pop culture. It gives you the news, it gives you the sports, everything that you might possibly ever need to know. And we get real here. We talk about a lot of issues that you don't find them being discussed a lot, and in a certain opinion, particularly, I would like to say that a lot of people would possibly be interested in a view that is more relatable. Do remember that it is also a show that is divided into three, which the first segment that we will be getting into is called Gear 1, where we give you all the top news, the top stories, and like I say, it's called Gear 1. And then the second one is called Cruise Control, where now I get to talk about a lot of things that I see that I feel like we might possibly need to discuss, that I just want to discuss with you guys, and I just give my own view. And the third is called Final Destination, where we give you sports news, your sports transfers, all that, everything sports. And I do give you your gig guides, and also I do give you my top 5 recommendation songs. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a great show. And let's go for a quick break, and then we are gonna get into Gear 1, where I give you your top stories. Stay tuned in.
Yo, Hari di Kandi Mobatu. This is DJ Zoski. You are listening to Lobat's Online Radio. This is DJ Zoski. You are listening to Lobat's On Radio.
The SouthSide Drive with SWANK.
This is Gear 1, and these are your top stories. As the Forbes Under 30 Summit, Africa returns to home soil for the third time in a row in May, popular American actor and TV show host Nick Cannon became the first high flyer announced to grace the event. Now, this one has sparked a lot of interest from Botswana as to know how the Forbes Summit gets to benefit them as people, as the country, because if you look at it, if I look at it, and I look at it from their own point of view, nothing has actually benefited them. Was it one of the government's ploys just to particularly say, we live in a country where we are trying to move forward, so let's bring particular people that certain people idolize, that are doing good in the certain businesses, because you see people such as Steve Harvey, you have seen people such as Nick Cannon here, but if you look at it, where did Steve Harvey end up? Even after the money that is spent, haven't been spent in the country to bring him here to see everything that was going on. But you know what? He decided, I'm gonna do my show elsewhere. He brought what might possibly be new developments in the entertainment world for South Africa, but we never got to benefit. What do we particularly benefit here from this Forbes Summit? Because Botswana wanna know. Do discuss with us on what you think on that particular topic right there. And more sad news, as increase in the number of people reporting with flu symptoms and COVID-19 cases. The Ministry of Health wishes to inform the public that it is experiencing an increasing number of people with influenza-like illnesses and COVID-19 in its facilities. In the past 4 weeks, cases of influenza-like illnesses ranged between 5.3 and 8,627 per week, while those of COVID-19 ranged between 2 and 41 per week. Are we going back? Maybe it's something that is what I could possibly say subtle at the moment, but if it's not controlled, it could take if I may say. And I can only hope, everybody can only hope that we don't find ourselves having to settle for masks again. But I guess it's not more of a pandemic per se, but it's something that we need to control as a country, need to take care of. Because I feel like, anyway, if you look at it though, ever since we stopped with the coronavirus, we moved on with our lives. But on a kind of like, just decided, we don't need these certain precautions, which I think we can still uphold them. Because ever since I started using sanitizers, I realized that they were an important part of my life, that we have been missing. That's why I never got flu during Corona, which makes me wonder how would our lives be if we had started all along, had it not been for the scare. In more news, following a disappointing first phase of voters registration, where the Independent Electoral Commission IEC attracted only 736,424 prospective voters, the commission will now hold the supplementary voter registration period from February 26 till March 15, which people will be registering, midweek from Monday to Friday. So I think, this is voter apathy, and it means the numbers that the country needed weren't reached. Because if I remember well, we are about 2 million. That's far from how many we are. So if you haven't registered, do register, and so that you have a voice in the voting system. And a more weird story: the snake became agitated, hissing and resisting arrest from all angles. Realizing difficulty in capturing it, the officers decided to leave the python with its owner. This is a case where a traditional doctor was reported to have had a snake, right, which is a python. So apparently it helps him with his getting his cultural beliefs, in that way. So somebody reported it, or no, somebody owns a python and lives with it. But they tried to catch it, and like I said, it did not budge, because legally it is a protected snake, so you can't be found in possession of it. Luckily, he did have his practicing license, but they tried all they could to probably get it away so that they could put it in a safe place. But I guess that one is anointed, and I mean culturally. So so they decided, what, this is your snake, so keep it. That was Gear 1 for you with your top stories. Do listen to a lot of good sounds, and then I'm gonna catch up with you after those good sounds, and then I'm gonna give you cruise control, where I get to share a little bit of something that I want us to talk about. So let's get it. See you on the other side.
If I could escape, run away from it all, run away from it all. Yes, I would, yes, I would. Run away from it all, run away from it all. Yes, I would, yes, I would. If I could escape, run away from it all, run away from it all. Yes, I would, yes, I would. Run away from it all, run away from it all. Yes, I would, yes, I would. Just to hear you call my name and tell me I'm your baby. No one could ever replace me. Cause when we separated, thinking about my baby got me going kinda crazy. Sale que bonita, sale que bonita. So down, I got memories, they ain't fading. And I miss you, really miss you. Wanna be in your space, breathe the air you breathe, fall asleep with you right next to me. you, it's paradise. And the sky is like an escape. Run away from it all, run away from it all. Yes, I would, yes, I would. Run away from it all, run away from it all. Yes, I would, yes, I would. Pero ya me botó. Run away from it all, run away from it all. Yes, I would, yes, I would. Mamputa que te rile jam, que tu rile hakato, hapelo ya me ya uba game puta wan. I'm now pity, take my hand and just run, run, run away.
Agape Studios.
I could only hope that your eardrums are happy because, you never know what to expect with us. I could possibly describe it or describe ourselves, it's as if we play our music on shuffle, so you never really know what to expect, right? Next thing you're happy, next thing you're sad, next thing you're like, oh my God, the nostalgia is feeling up all up in your body and you don't even know what song is gonna come up next. So that's us right there. Do remember that you're listening to the biggest radio station in the land, Lobato Online Radio, where talent lives, and this particular show is called the SouthSide Drive, coming to you every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. And this is a segment which we call Cruise Control, where I get to talk about a lot of things interests me, like I always say, they interest me, particular topics still, or if you know what, it might interest you guys too. And I talk about things that people don't want to talk about, so I was on my phone the other day, I'd say yesterday actually. So I saw one particular video. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's from bots, but I tell you, I think bots, whatsoever. So this particular guy is gay, right? So this guy, so this guy is jealous or his man is getting married. So this particular topic interests me. Why? Because it's more of a Gabs issue, if you know what I mean. There have been stories in Gabs where I feel like a lot of guys they're not comfortable with sexuality by heat. Like I might understand what that means, but I more into it and dive deep into it. Let's just go for a quick one, just quick break, and then we'll be back to discuss further.
You are tuned in to the SouthSide Drive with SWANK.
So we are back, and let's get more into it. And we are talking about comfortability in sexuality, especially for men, because if I look at it, like I said, it's a Khaburoni issue. If you asked any guy right now, are you comfortable with your sexuality? Like, are you sure you're straight? A lot of guys will get defensive about it, and more so because they feel like it's morally wrong. Not in the sense of morally wrong particularly, but in the sense of some do feel something for guys. They just get defensive about it because it might implicate that they're gay, which is nothing that is wrong with it, because I don't have a problem with gay people. I don't have a problem, and I remember a friend of mine around 2019, she asked me, she particularly asked me, she was like, are you comfortable with your sexuality? And I said, no, I'm comfortable, I know I'm straight. Ask any guy right now that question, they'll get defensive about it. Like, what you think I'm gay, you think I'm, because it offends them a lot when you ask them that question. And this goes on to like a lot of relationships, because I'm a person who pays attention, right? I know and I see a lot of people, yes, particularly the person maybe, just maybe, is what is it? Maybe they've married a woman, yes, sure, but the characteristics are just not giving. Oh, my guy, you're hiding yourself, which is like I say, a gap topic, because I've seen a lot of stories where couples, especially the women, have our boyfriends together, and when we come back, we found out. You look at the DD issues. You look at the even in our entertainment industry, even when people, it's not even about bribing anymore. It's not even about bribing. They expect you to don't tell me, are you that comfortable? Yeah, no. Why does it have to be a secret instead of just fully embracing you are not straight? Why is it so wrong for us guys just to say, Malik, I'm gay, I won't judge. I know the African side of it is kinda wrong. They kinda do take offense in it when you talk about it. When you think about it, it's like, man, how am I gonna explain this to my parents? So you find them, like I say, in certain marriages because that's what's accepted. You live with cultural values still, or I'm interested in a man. It's so very wrong. So in Gabs it's free because it's like a Vegas way. Nobody knows what happens in Gabs. You see it in clubs, you see it in anywhere. So nobody could expose it out there. But then, are we really living our true selves, or we're just hiding ourselves? Do you feel like we should be living freely?
The hits change, the classic.
I know we can.
We play the best music.
Your systems are offline.
Acid on the beat, ho.
Bundling brands, baby.
Long overdue like the fraternity. Shh. Little reds and no seriously. Been building the skills so much that I'm better me. Nzelebota who runs what? Here's your top 3. I finessed the game, calculator, baby. I can adjust something, cowboza maybe. It's just the one thing that got you crazy. Bomb rapper batin a yevele lately. This the flow that got them all to go. This that flow that killed them on the low. I don't even need no reps, show my babo. I could just hum on tracks, babam babo. Acid on the beat, ho, la me eat man. Ring up the bundle, brands, me eating yan. Let's all get that dope, petty Isaac. Bash le chabito bakai, tell them to speed it up.
Died in Yake. We wake up in the morning, rebattle up was when. Whether with hologana filling, bundling brands, reta Jose. Yeah, died in Yake. We wake up in the morning, rebattle up was when. Whether with hologana filling, bundling brands, reta Jose. My boys, carve your casket fast. Need I say more? Got uncles in the furniture business, but Joshua door. I'm trying to see how I can turn this into money, so I won't have to explain my bebuzu gutubanutum sani. I'm keeping it real, call it Ben 10. Flow keep you in a coma, period, death sentence. Yeah, I'm finna shake it up. Big budget in the building, so believe I'm about to blaze it up. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give Butch the mic. I'm nice, I'm killing them with that flow that they like. I heard them say you can't run away from your calling, so I'ma stay ballin'. Listen, like a big budget, big gadgets, big sachets, dominating a big market. You could check the airwaves, big badge, umunsi, so many hot hooks, bambisa hukunti. Died in Yake. We wake up in the morning, rebattle up was when. Whether with hologana filling, bundling brands, reta Jose. Yeah, died in Yake. We wake up in the morning, rebattle up was when. Whether with hologana filling, bundling brands, reta Jose.
Okay, what you're about to witness is very godly. This is Bandang versus everybody. They dread my whole style coming soon. I married the game, I'm the best man and the groom. Heights man Zedi Vara, Heights man Zedi Bala. The time I won raps clever one. Heights man get Zedi Bala. Bandang Kamolelo, Rle Banda Re Choko Kalefilo. Watch your mouth, re tla khapela botshelo. And put a lean on these rappers, Jaka Molelo.
Died in Yake. We wake up in the morning, rebattle up was when. Whether with hologana filling, bundling brands, reta Jose. Yeah, died in Yake. We wake up in the morning, rebattle up was when. Whether with hologana filling, bundling brands, reta Jose. Yeah, died in Yake. We wake up in the morning, rebattle up was when. Whether with hologana filling, bundling brands, reta Jose.
As I was saying, I think women need to just get into exploring their partners and ask these questions and get to know and have a good feel. Because I feel like in the future, having to find your man in a bed with another man, it kinda sets off that particular mood, or you're like, damn, he was bending another man, because the reason why I'm also getting into it, because I remember I was in some relationship before the one I had now, and I remember the girl in particular, she got in contact with a lesbian, right? She got in contact with a lesbian, and they had fun. So she told me about it, and I remember I didn't get angry because I was like, it's a woman, right? Like, it's a girl, right? It's not a big deal. It's not like a guy. They didn't have all that. But then when you think about it, the more I stayed there and I got into the relationship and I got to listen, pay attention to everything that was going on, I realized, no, this is the same. This is the same as just having a dude, because this person is in love with that particular person. It's just that they're exploring themselves, and now that particular person is what you might possibly see as a serious relationship, but having to have somebody who explore in too much, because now they're in love, because now she was in love with this particular person. Now she was giving all the time, she was exploring, she was all that, except on the messed up party, this girl and it was bi. She knew she was bi. She was just having fun, and now she caught feelings for this particular girl, this girl. So you see, I don't want to get too much into it. So you see how it is, it happens, and you just don't look too much into it. Hella, as the people, as guys, they are not comfortable in telling you all these things. You know what, I think I have a thing for guys. For us, yes, maybe as Majita, you'd probably feel like we are gonna judge you or whatever. Guys be making a lot of jokes about all the stuff, but I don't think as much as the norm is there. And black parents are in a certain way that you should find yourself settled into that. Just explore yourself, go into, don't bring another person into it. I want to hear more of those stories on what you know about people who lied about truly being the people that they are, and let's get more into it through the comment section, and well, I'll get to pick your mind. So this is the end of Cruise Control, and then I'ma go. This is me leaving you guys for a music break, and then we are gonna come back for the final segment, which we call Final Destination. No pun intended.
My name is Topo, and you are listening to Lobatse Online Radio.
In a land far, far away comes the best radio station in the world. This time around we go hard. You're now tuned in to Lobatse Online Radio.
Wish for status, I'm in a penthouse suite. Life so sweet, they cannot match us. They cannot catch us. I fire like matches. That means you can't touch. We way off the vapors. Rich for status. I'm in a penthouse suite. Life so sweet. They cannot match us. They cannot catch us. I fire like matches. That means you can't touch. We way off the vapors.
Check. I got the whole fab. Like it's a whole berek. Khalene go belet. Mo ka go tsena mo chelet. Ga gona le dili ka belelo. Ga gona le party ka duelo. Ain't nothing for free ka patelo. As long as the people back khatlega. Re bana lo shampoo pa gare batla bo snide. Hit up a papa for a nice time. We'll never being sick gare batla bo guy. No time for my sides. I show me don't die. Rock go tabong, bana ba fine. Don't fuck with these niggas. Don't fuck a high five. Masturbate. You ain't got a choice. You have to be a boss to be in my life.
Wish for status, I'm in a penthouse suite. Life so sweet, they cannot match us. They cannot catch us. I fire like matches. That means you can't touch. We way off the vapors. Wish for status, I'm in a touch. We way off the vapors.
You wanna talk about my pockets, so make it awkward for yourself. Just bought an apartment, I'm so accomplished. Got a few trophies under my belt. Had a few stacks up under my mattress, so I stay dreaming about my wealth. To get your nigga in my DMs, so get back, he'll suck the D's for some milk. Give me a muntu. Give me a kasbo. He said he might come soon. I said I might come too. Put the headboard in the goo. We rich, we ain't got no neighbors, so he hit it like bass, yes, cool. And I scream like I'm going to labor. Yeah.
Rich but status. I'm in a penthouse suite. Life so sweet. They cannot match us. They cannot catch us. I fire like matches. That means you can't touch. We way off the vapors. Rich but status. I'm in a penthouse suite. Life so sweet. They cannot match us. They cannot catch us. I fire like matches. That means you can't touch. We way off the vapors. We way off the vapors. We way off the vapors. We way off the
True love, unconditional, emotional, keep pula pelo ya. Baby girl, nsepe ka ditsa, kalowe, go sepa ka ditsa. I'm a big boy, I can love and protect. I'm a big boy, I can love and provide. Pure love, I don't compromise. There's quality when it talk about emotions. I give my all, energy and time. Skatsan, sell like you win. Tsebetse, do talk away. Matolon, I born a winner. Yes, I can love you better. I feel it together. So they got it all forever. I feel it together, cause I can love you better. I feel it together. So they got it all forever. I feel it together. This love that I have for you is unpredictable. That love that you're giving me is untouchable. This love that I have for you is unpredictable. That love that you're giving me is untouchable. Oh, Sundela Nana, Nyakela Standard, Julia Kaufela Mana, Ulera Tulame. Cause I can love you better. I feel it together. So they got it all forever. I feel it together, cause I can love you better. I feel it together. So they got it all forever. I feel it together.
And we are on to our third segment, which we call Final Destination. And it is the final destination indeed, because this is where we normally part ways. And as much as I probably do want to be here sharing my time with you guys, have a much larger hour where we get to talk about a lot of stuff, I can't. But with time, I guess that will work out. But for now, I could never just leave like that. This is where I get to give you your gig guides. I get to give you your sports news. I get to give you my top 5 recommendation list. My top 5 music for the week, right? See, I feel like as Botswana, we don't listen to music. We don't pay attention to albums. We are on to what's hot. Like what's there, what's popping right now. We are not paying attention to what's really out there that could be that hidden gem song. Like when you play your music on shuffle, but I wanna change, but that song plays and you realize, oh man, I've been sleeping on the song. You get, this is where the top 5 recommendation list comes on, so you never knew, but yes, let's go for a quick one and we'll be back and we'll be getting into it.
The Southside Drive, Tuesdays at 3 p.m. on Lobatse Online Radio.
And there is no way on God's green earth that I could ever leave you hanging without giving you your sports news. And let's start first with Saturday in the Premier League. Aston Villa faced Nottingham Forest, with them beating Nottingham 4 goals to 2, with Brighton facing Everton coming to a 1-1 draw. Crystal Palace faced Burnley, with Burnley losing that match with 3 goals to 0 by Crystal Palace, with Manchester United coming to a disappointing loss with the last minute winner by Fulham with 2 goals to 1. Bournemouth faced Manchester City, with Manchester City clenching a win with 1 goal to none. And Arsenal faced Newcastle United, where Arsenal thrashed Newcastle with 4 goals to 1. In Spanish La Liga, Barcelona played against Getafe, with Barca winning that match 4 goals to 0. Deportivo Alaves playing against Mallorca and coming to a 1-1 draw, with, as well as Meria playing against Atletico Madrid coming to a 2-2 draw. Italia Serie A, Sassuolo played Empoli, with Empoli coming victorious in the match with 3 goals to 2. And Salernitana playing against Monza, with Monza winning that match with 2 goals to none. And Genoa facing Udinese, with Genoa clenching that win with 2 goals to nothing. In Germany Bundesliga, Borussia Mönchengladbach faced Bochum, with Borussia winning that match 5 goals to 2. Union Berlin faced Heidenheim, with that match coming to a 2-2 draw, as well as Stuttgart facing Cologne, coming in that match with a 1-1 draw. And Werder Bremen facing Darmstadt, as well as finishing out the match in a 1-1 draw. And then Bayern Munich finally won a match, and they were playing against RB Leipzig in that match, where they won 2 goals to 1. And on Sunday, the Premier League, you have Wolves who face Sheffield United, with Wolves clenching the win with a 1-goal victory. And in the EFL Cup final, Chelsea faced Liverpool, but Liverpool had disappointing answers for Chelsea, giving them what supposedly is a trophyless season. And in the Spanish La Liga, Cadiz faced Celta Vigo in that match, where it was a 2-2 draw. And you have Real Betis facing Athletic Club, with them clenching that win with 3 goals to 1. Las Palmas facing Osasuna on a 1-1 draw. Real Madrid beat Sevilla with a 1-0 victory. In Italy Serie A, Juventus played against Frosinone, with them clenching the win with 3 goals to 2. Cagliari facing Napoli on that 1-1 draw, with Lecce facing Inter, and Inter winning the match with 4 goals to nothing. AC Milan and Atalanta took a draw of 1-1. German Bundesliga, Frankfurt played against Wolfsburg, and they came to a 2-2 draw. Borussia Dortmund lost the match against Hoffenheim, who won the match with 3 goals to 2. Augsburg playing against Freiburg, and Augsburg winning that match 2 goals to 1. Ladies and gentlemen, those were your sports news, and now let's get into it. The gig guides, let's get into it. The top 5 recommendations. We'll be back right after this short break.
Kita unwela mu porota, 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 kita unwela mu porota. Uskamtwara jalo, uskamtwara jalo, uskamtiwa jalo. Uskante bajalo Kita unwela muporota 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 Fuka 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 Kita go bakisa sa kamu porota da kita go bolaya ya kamu porota da ke go bitse ka yone go bake the romance rate ga bake number 1 mo mutse mo shate kita unwela mu porota 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 fuka 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 kita go bakisa sa kamu porota da kita go bolaya ya kamu porota da ke go bitse ka yone o bake the romance hate ga bake number 1 mo motse mo shate fuka 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 fuka
Sometimes so I could never ever leave without giving you guys my top 5 recommendation list. This is a list that I make up of like people that you could say is co-signing but not really co-signing, but there are songs that I enjoy and I feel like you guys would also enjoy. I feel like they also need to be given a listen to. So I plead with you guys that you go find these songs every time that you get to see the list, and you never know. I'm a person who listens to everything, so you might open yourself up to like a new world of music that you never ever thought that you would love. So without no further ado, let me give you my number 1. My number 1 is Inch with Ozzy F Teddy with that song called Beats Podis. So I saw the visuals, and this is a special song because the visuals were done by Eyes of Bryce, which is an honor because this is one of my boys and he's been doing great, and then it was shot in LOB, so it's number 1 there. It's a new song, right? So you gotta check it out. Number 2, you have Chokoma with his song called Kuru. And number 3, you have Bouncy with her song called Mabina Ditsola. She's a very interesting writer, this one. And number 4, you have the new kid on the block. You have WK and Zbutko. And like I said, new kid on the block, Sean Pink with that song called Welele. And number 5, you have Martin Beats with this song called Inyowanga. This one is a special one. Yeah, it's a special one. So that is my top 5 recommendation list for you guys. It has been real. It has been good. It's always been good. Always being here with you guys. And I always got to give a quick shout out to my team, the hardworking people. I'm always proud of the work that you do, even when I don't get to be with you guys. Guys, I think it's official. I have to do it here. Even the radio doesn't know, so it's gonna be new to everybody. I'm leaving you guys. It has been great knowing you guys. So it has been real. Like Gelailo official, it has been real knowing you guys. I'm leaving, like literally leaving the radio station, so it's sad, but yeah, what I'm basically trying to say is I'm leaving since February. So March, which is, I don't know, next week. So yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday. Same time, same place. SouthSide Drive coming to you every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock right here on Lobata Online Radio, where talent lives. It's been real, Danko. Mudimugu.
Find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Lobata Online Radio; Twitter @Lobata Online Radio; YouTube @Lobata Online Radio, or email us on lobataonlineradio@gmail.com.
Ke batla hore a radio e gole. Ke batla hore no gole le lona. Go goleng ga lona lo tla bo lo ira bana ba rona ba ba sele mo mebileng. Mebile gape radio e a iska etsa maya bonong ra I ukwella gape e sna go direga e re phatsi mabere go 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 ga borona a e phatsi mele lo batse bo ngwana ka lo bana ba lo batse go disang lo batse lo nne ga tla ga rona le rona re tla lo godisa ka dilo dingwe tse re tla tsamaya di lo sengela monageng gore no lo di bua mo radio le tota ke lona la radio la lo batse tshwantse ka be le lona la radio mme ra lo tla lo kgothatsa ke re le go I bua e nne radio ya rona mme nne a se